everybody? Hope you all are having a great weekend. I wanted to do a quick video on some tips as to how to take care of equipment in the kitchen. And one of the pieces of equipment that I use very often, as you've already seen in the videos, is a cast iron skillet. Cast iron skillets are extremely versatile. They're relatively inexpensive, depending on the types that you get. I actually personally use Lodge, very reasonably priced, but they can last a lifetime. So I wanted to share what I do to clean and season my cast iron skillets. So first, as you guys can see, I have salt. Now the salt that I use is a coarse kosher salt. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if it's kosher or not, but it's just a coarse salt. And the reason I like the coarse salt is because it helps remove all of the material within that could be stuck on the pan. Now, there may be times where you have to use a Brillo pad. I don't always recommend that, but if you're at the point where there's a lot more, I'd say like rust potentially in your pan, if you really need to redo it completely, you may have to use an SOS pad to get it cleaner. But for me, I like to use a salt. Helps get the material broken up and it cleans the pan at the same time. As I'm cleaning this pan with the coarse salt, it's breaking up pieces on the cast iron skillet, and I can move it around here and really get some of these pieces off. It's gonna help smooth out everything on this pan. And once I get the pan clean enough, from all of this material, the next step I'll do is I'll run it through some warm water. So I'm putting a little warm water into the pan, and what I'll do with this, turn the water off there, I'll rub it through a little bit more at the sides here. And it's helpful too to put this, regardless of whether you're seasoning the pan. So today I'm gonna season, but regardless of whether you're seasoning the pan and putting it back into the oven, or after your meals, when you cook in this, it's great to go ahead and put the salt after you cook and just leave it in the pan. That's what I do to not only to help get the grit and grime off of it later on once it cools down. Salt does a really good job of actually disinfecting and cleaning. So that's another really good reason to use it. All right, so this is what the pan looks like after I have used all the salt. There's still a little bit of salt in here, but now what I'll do is I'll use some vegetable shortening. This is something that I actually saw on YouTube from, believe it or not, Martha Stewart, and she uses vegetable shortening to keep her cast iron skillets nice and shiny. But as you can see, that salt does a really good job of cleaning the interior of this pan. So I'm about to use some paper towels, and then I will place some more of this, some of this vegetable shortening on the pan, and then we'll put it in the oven for an hour, and then it will be finished. It's been 1 hour since I placed the cast iron skillet in the oven at 400 degrees, and it is finished. I put another layer of vegetable shortening on the cast iron skillet, and as you guys can see, nice and shiny on the inside, and on the back handle, it's ready for cooking again. So I hope this video was helpful. If there's anybody out there that'd like to share in the comments certain ways that they season their cast iron skillets, love to hear them too. Otherwise, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.